What is going on, everybody? I am Scott Wiesinger, a local realtor here in Northeast Florida. Like the description says, I'm a native North Floridian. I actually grew up in Middleburg, which is about 45 minutes southwest of Jacksonville. Pretty much spent my whole entire life in Northeast Florida. So if you want to know the real deal about Jacksonville, all the ins and outs about Duval County, you've come to the right place. Let's get into it.
Let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, if you're going to move to Jacksonville, Florida, most likely they're going to come one of several ways. One of the major ways to get to Jacksonville, Florida is going to be through Interstate 95. Now, I-95 runs down the entire east coast of the United States through Jacksonville down into Miami. One of the other major highways is going to be Interstate I-10. I-10 runs from the west coast of the United States of America through the south and into Jacksonville, Florida. So no matter where you're coming from in the entire United States of America, you're going to find a major highway that's going to lead you right into Jacksonville. Now, once we get into Jacksonville, there's going to be what's called I-295 Beltway. Now, this Beltway runs around the entire outskirts of the downtown area. It makes it extremely convenient to get from one side of town to the other without having to go through downtown. Now, what you may or may not know is Jacksonville is the largest city in America, landmass wise. So, if you're going to be moving to Jacksonville and you want to stay near a friend or a family member, knowing exactly where you want to be within Jacksonville is extremely important because if you live on the west side and your friend lives near the beaches, you could easily be an hour apart from each other. We also have, of course, the St. Johns River. Now, the St. Johns River actually flows north through the city of Jacksonville and then exit out north of Jacksonville beaches. Okay, so if we head south on 95 into Jacksonville, you're going to get into what's called Jacksonville's North Side. Now, the North Side is where you're going to find Jacksonville International Airport. There's also an Amazon fulfillment center and large warehouse near the airport as well. Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens is also located on the north side. And then we have the River City Marketplace. Now it's an extremely large town center with fine dining, shopping, entertainment. Anything you could ask for is located in the River City Marketplace, which makes it extremely convenient for those that are living on the north side and into Nassau County as well. From Jacksonville's north side, we're going to hop right back on 95 and head south into downtown Jacksonville. Now, downtown Jacksonville, of course, is where you're going to find a lot of the major government buildings, but it's also where you're going to find a lot of our entertainment venues, such as TIAA Bank Field. Go Jags. It's also where we're going to find where the Jumbo Shrimp play. It's our minor league baseball team play at 1-1 Financial Ballpark. And if you haven't had the chance to watch the Jumbo Shrimp, I highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun. It's also where you're going to find ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. That's where we hold a lot of our large indoor concerts and comedy shows and things like that. And then we're going to have Daly's Place. Daly's Place is attached to TIAA Bank Stadium. It is a large outdoor venue. It's where you're going to find a lot of your concerts and major events that happen during the summer and the wonderful times of the year that we have extremely beautiful weather. From downtown Jacksonville, we are going to head west on Interstate I-10 into the west side of Jacksonville. Now, the west side of Jacksonville is where you're going to find NAS Jax, Naval Air Station Jacksonville. So if you're coming to Jacksonville and you're going to be stationed at NAS Jax, this is exactly where you're going to be. Now, a lot of people that are stationed at NAS Jax, they try to stay on the west side or in the Middleburg, Orange Park, Fleming Island area to keep from crossing the Buckman Bridge. This bridge is 5 lanes on each way. So there's a ton of traffic that crosses this bridge in the morning and then a ton coming back in the afternoon. Now, if there's an accident on this bridge, it can back up extremely quickly, and now you have a ton of traffic and a lot of time. So if you're working on the west side and you want to try to stay on the west side, the Jacksonville's west side or Orange Park, Fleming Island area is definitely where you want to try to be. Also, in the west side of Jacksonville, you are going to find the First Coast Expressway. Now, the First Coast Expressway is a toll road at certain times, but it will take you from the Clay County, Middleburg, Orange Park area all the way through Oakleaf into the west side of Jacksonville and then back to Interstate I-10. So it's extremely convenient for getting through the west side of Jacksonville, staying off of 295, and just being able to get around a lot quicker and a lot more convenient. I mentioned Oakleaf. Oakleaf Town Center is located in the west side of Jacksonville. Oakleaf is a booming large development with its own town center. It has shopping, dining, entertainment. Everything that you're going to need is located in the Oakleaf area. So if you want to stay on the west side of Jacksonville, but you want to stay in a newer community, maybe has a ton of amenities, Oakleaf is definitely where you want to be. Okay, now from that Oakleaf area, we are going to hop back on 295 and we're going to head east into the south side of Jacksonville. That's right. There's no east side. I don't know. North, west, south. That's just the way it is. South side of Jacksonville is where you're going to find the St. John's Town Center. Now, the Town Center has an abundance of fine dining, shopping, entertainment, Anything you ever need in Jacksonville is going to find it at the St. John's Town Center. Nearby, you're also going to find Topgolf. Topgolf is a huge venue, attracts a ton of people, have an indoor skydiving facility next door. So there's a ton of options on the south side of Jacksonville to have a great time. Located within the south side of Jacksonville, it's going to be 3 major roadways that are going to take you out towards Jacksonville beaches. The first is going to be JTB, also known as J. Turner Butler Boulevard. No one calls that JTB. JTB is going to be the major highway that's going to take you out towards the Jacksonville beaches. And then we have Beach Boulevard and then Atlantic Boulevard. Now, these 3 roadways are going to take you across bridges because Jacksonville Beaches is on a barrier island. So if we take JTB out toward the beaches, you're going to hit Ponte Vedra Beach. Ponte Vedra Beach is where you're going to find the TPC Sawgrass, the golf tournament that happens every March, attracts a ton of visitors, and it's just a beautiful place to be. Now, from Ponte Vedra Beach, if we head north, you're going to get into South Jacks Beach. Then we get into North Jacks Beach. Then we have Neptune Beach, and then finally Atlantic Beach. Now, Atlantic Beach is where you're going to find the Mayport Naval Station. So if you're going to be stationed in Mayport in Jacksonville, this is exactly where you're going to be. A lot of people that are stationed in Mayport, they want to try to stay on the south side or maybe in the Fort Caroline area. There is a major highway or roadway that takes you from 295 out towards Mayport called the Wonderwood Expressway, which is extremely convenient if you want to live up near the river on the south side of Jacksonville towards heading north. It's a great place to live, a lot of family homes, wonderful neighborhoods. So if you're getting stationed in Mayport and you want to find a wonderful community, south side of Jacksonville is probably going to be where you want to be.
All right, so if you've enjoyed this tour, maybe learned something new, have some questions, make sure you hit that subscribe. That bell notification will keep you updated on all the current market conditions in Northeast Florida and the housing market in Jacksonville. I also post community tours, model home tours. All that is on my channel. Thanks for watching.